Yesterday, I talked about Hassan Piker blaming Kick and Steak for the downfall of society. Okay, there's a lot of things wrong with society, but things were on the decline long before Kick and Steak became a thing. And Aiden Ross just dropped a massive bombshell about Twitch and Hasan. I know, it's that your daily dose of internet drama. Why does this matter? It's because, well, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that get all the figgy pudding. Hassan Piker's one of them. You know, it's interesting seeing the downfall of Twitch. Twitch is going for a downfall. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. Because remember, they're operating in the red.
Here's what I'm gonna leak about you, Hassan. I'm not gonna say when, I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what. Hasan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. They offered him an amount and he didn't like it, obviously. Because you're not.
I want the amount. Give me the amount. Aiden, hook me up with that money. Sorry. Hook me up with that Kick deal.
Here's what I'm gonna leak about you, Hassan. I'm not gonna say when, I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what. Hasan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. They offered him an amount and he didn't like it, obviously, because you're not worth that much to no gambling. And that's the truth. You're mad as fuck that Kick is working. Hasan, how could you talk about Kick communities and Kick creators being the toxic and the cancer? Bro, what you preach to your community, they're brainwashed by you, bro. You live in a $5 million house. You buy nice clothes. You buy designer. You buy jewelry. You buy everything you want to do. You never donate to anything that you preach and all this stuff. You contradict yourself every time. You're a terrorist. You don't even like America. He doesn't. He doesn't, Chad. He really, really doesn't. I'm just being real. He doesn't. Okay? Now, here's what I will say as well. He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. He knows that Kick is working. And here's how you know Kick is working and it's going to win. Because before, when a DDG or a Solominati would get banned on Twitch and talk about coming to Kick, they get unbanned instantly with a snap of a fucking finger. Okay? A snap of a finger.
Now, let's talk about this for a second here, okay? I want to pause. We're going to do a little pause here. The interesting thing about Kick and Twitch is that Kick has had the record of being more financially, dare I say it, more stable. Now, has Kick made some stupid investments? Oh, absolutely. They've made their errors, okay? But everyone makes mistakes. But when it comes down to Twitch, they're operating in the red. There's clearly a system of favoritism in Twitch, the likes of which any new creator is going to be struggling for the rest of their lives, trying to really make an impact on that platform. Twitch is on the spiral down. It is owned by Amazon. And as something that powerful an entity like Amazon is, they want to make sure that everything's working for it. Why keep on holding on to a lemon when that lemon is now a dried husk? The same thing goes to apply for what's happening for Kick now. Now, why is Kick different? Well, Kick, and this is something that I've noticed, in comparison to our experience on Twitch and our experience on Kick, it is night and day. We've had a chance to build a larger community on Kick than we ever did with Twitch. There's more room for organic growth. And as a media network, it was more favorable to us than anything we ever got from Twitch. That's saying a lot, too.
He doesn't. I'm just being real. He doesn't. Okay? Now, here's what I will say as well. He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. He knows that Kick is working. And here's how you know Kick is working and it's going to win. Because before, when a DDG or a Solominati would get banned on Twitch and talk about coming to Kick, they get unbanned instantly with a snap of a fucking finger. Okay? A snap of a finger. It doesn't it's obvious that motherfuckers are rattled. It's very obvious now. Okay? It's a legit competitor to Twitch. It just is. It just is. And also, I'll just say this. When you stream on Twitch, you have to appeal. You have to appeal to somebody you're not. Most of the time, these creators are very... Look at Solminati. Why do you think he's not streaming? Why do you think he's not streaming? He got banned for speaking out and talking and being Solminati. You have to appeal to a fake, I don't know if it's a narrative. I don't know what the fuck it is. But Kick is working. Kick works. You guys call me delusional. I don't give a fuck. I've been called delusional my entire life. Kick will win. And I stand by that. But again, with the whole gambling thing, I bet you also didn't know that Twitch wanted to make stake work. Twitch at one point was most likely on some shit where they were like, yo, if you pay us more than what DraftKings wants to pay us, you can keep the crypto casino. It's all for money, bro. It's all for money. Okay? So since they couldn't make that deal happen, if that even was a deal, that's what happens. It's just obvious, bro. It's very, very obvious. I have equity in my platform. I like to fucking gamble. Cool. All right.
Now, look, yep. Hey, listen, when it comes down to it, Twitch and a lot of people who are acting holier than now because Kick is actually bringing in numbers. And this is a fact. Yes, Kick, in comparison to Twitch, is bringing in more numbers. It is by far more easier for a content creator to make a name for themselves on Kick. There's more organic growth, and I'll say this. There isn't a system in which you have to curry favors with larger people. For independent media, that's a gold mine, and I'm proud to say that Hardlands Media is one of the few on the frontiers for Kick. Now, of course, Hasan did respond back. He did respond back because Hasan blasts Gremlin Aiden Ross for banning him from Kick. What do you mean banning him? No, if you were given that paperwork, there you go. So Twitch star Hasan is putting Aiden Ross on blast after the streamer revealed that he preemptively banned both him and Mizkif from Kick. The streaming wars are heating up as Twitch faces backlash from all sides after introducing its new guidelines for branded content on June 6th. As a result, a slew of top streamers, my goodness gracious Cretaceous. Now, this is from June, by the way, just so you all know, because Hasan has been consistently saying, so this is like a follow-up. So this is from earlier in the month of June. So top streamers are threatened to leave the site altogether if these changes go through. And other streaming platforms are wanting a piece of the pie. Kick is one such platform where top streamer Aiden Ross makes his home alongside Trainwreck and most recently Bruce Drop Him Off. So although Kick has offered to reimburse partners who wish to end their contracts with Twitch, there are two people in particular that won't be joining the new site, Hasan and Mizkif. During a recent broadcast, Aiden Ross, who recently claimed that he owns a percentage of Kick, said he blocked Mizkif and Hasan from signing up to the competitor platform. There are only two streamers that are banned from Kick. He explained to his viewers, Mizkif, you can't come. You're not coming to Kick, bro. I'm sorry. You're not coming, bro. Me and Bruce don't want you here. You're not coming. That's first. F you. Suck a D. Hasan, you're not invited either. I'm going to be honest, bro. You're not coming. Those two are banned, okay? They can't come. But it says a lot, though, because, you know, there's always what you say in front of the camera and then what's said behind the camera. Remember that. What's said in front of the camera and what's behind the camera. And what is said behind the camera is usually a far more engaging and more interesting than what's in front of the camera. Because usually, as it is in this business, when something new comes around, everyone will flock to it. Not related, but it's very interesting. I remember when Rockfin first rose up, and Odyssey, and then Rumble. A lot of people went to those areas. Now, of those three I mentioned, Rumble is doing the best so far. But when it came down to the streaming platform, like Twitch had a very unique niche market. It was able to be very transformative, very engaging for long-form content. However, as new ownership, as new rules were being brought in, people were being denied. There was favoritism, cults of personality. And of course, when you bring in gambling like casinos, yes, I know gambling's a vice. It did bring in a lot of interesting revenue for Twitch until the falling out. Now for Kick, they went all in with stake. Kick and stake are growing, and the Kick platform, in my opinion, has been keeping it very real. When we started off on Twitch, nothing. It was like a graveyard. You have to play a game of favoritism there. You have to play a game of currying up the favors. You have to also put in ridiculous amount of hours in, whereas in Kick, you have a chance to grow organically on your own time. And more importantly, it's the Wild West still. It kind of reminds me of what YouTube used to be, what the internet used to be before they started asking you for IDs.